Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony. This is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today I've been checking out Tactical Squad SWAT Stories, which has just released a demo onto Steam. At the current time, it's unknown what the price is or the release date. In Tactical Squad, you take command of an elite special forces unit, issue orders to your SWAT team, manage its members and their equipment, but most importantly, complete your objectives successfully. Follow your operatives into a number of high-risk missions that will test your tactical abilities. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe as my channel edges ever closer to its next target of 15,000 subs. And with all that being said, let's get on with gameplay. So I noticed a lot of comments were saying like, what's the difference between this and Ready or Not? And after playing the demo, I feel this is a bit more SWAT-y and a bit more like SWAT 4 than Ready or Not is. Ready or Not feels a bit more like a tactical shooter, like it was made by tactical shooter guys, whereas this has a bit of a more old school feel to it. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but yeah, it feels a lot more old school. In the demo, you get one map, which is like a house of horrors, and yep, there is some horrors in there, and 3 different game modes: defuse a bomb, barricaded suspect, and hostage rescue. But they all play pretty much the same. There's also a tutorial map to learn how to play the game, and it's pretty good. However, there is bad choice of font. There's like red on a green background. I think it's green anyway. I am someone who is colorblind, and I could not read what the text was for what button was what, because it was like press G, I think it was, and I could not see what it was. I had to press every keybind to find it. So how does the game work? Well, you have 4 guys and you. You command them to do something, either by holding tab or by pressing tab for quick commands, like breach and clear or check under door. And then you go around clearing the enemies out and completing the objective. However, I did have a little bit of an issue with the command interface. It was a little bit slow and sluggish, like it took a while to respond. And I think it also needs mouse control in there, so it brings up and then you can scroll down for your mouse, maybe middle mouse button, and keep selecting what you need to do, because it was like spacebar and you had to take your hands off the keys, which I didn't like. The AI was alright for your team. They moved well, like it had quite a fluid movement to it, but sometimes they would like charge into a room and only one of them would go in, then the other one would go in, then the other one would go in, rather than like holding positions and moving forward like Ready or Not does. And there was a few times I got killed because my AI just didn't do what they were supposed to do. However, I did like the way they dropped a chem light when the room was clear to mark it, and I did like that. Enemy AI, on the other hand, it's a little bit aimbotty. It needs improved, and they will not surrender often, which I found a bit annoying because I just have to kill them every single time. Before each mission, you get like a cool SWAT 4 briefing where you can see the suspects, the hostages, what's happening, and a cool timeline of events. And then you can go and kit your guy in the team out for what you need for the mission. The mission and kit customization isn't obviously complete yet, but it's presented well. And you can even choose your ammo, like AP rounds, which I guess if like you had armored enemies, you would swap to AP, which I thought was a nice touch. There are a few guns to choose from, and then you can pick like scopes, silencers, torches, grips. There's not a huge choice here at the moment, and you don't kind of select where it goes on the weapon, it just places it for you. But it looks pretty good so far. You also get gadgets like the classic underdoor camera mirror thing, door blocks, lethal and non-lethal grenades, and different armor types. So there is quite a few bits and bobs there at the moment. Moving on to sound, graphics, and bugs. Graphics wise, it's not the best. It's pretty clunky in parts. The animations are quite stiff. The lighting is decent though. Gun models are good. There is also quite good bullet hole effects in bodies and stuff, with like blood coming out, you can see where the shots went in, which I've not seen in many games. It won't be challenging Ready or Not in terms of graphics though at the moment. And the UI is a tad basic, but again, it's a demo, so I guess they will update that. Sound-wise, again, it's on the not bad side. Guns and other effects sound fine. There are voice lines, but they get a little bit repetitive, so I think they need to improve that and add some extra voice lines. However, there is some nice touches, like you could hear the enemy wandering around and chatting, which I did like. Bugs, it's a demo. There's going to be lots, but I didn't say a huge amount. There was a few ragdoll issues with like the way enemies died. And there were some graphical issues, like I had one guy clipping through a door, and also sometimes your officers don't quite follow commands, but is that a bug or AI? I'm not sure. Overall, I think they could be onto something good here. With demos and early access games, I always ask myself, How is the core gameplay? Is the core solid enough to support the rest of the game? And I think in this case, even though it is super rough and they really need to work on making them interesting levels, getting the AI right, and capturing that real SWAT feeling of tension and excitement, and I think if they can do that, with that good core, they can have a great game in this genre on the hands. I've added this game to my wish list and can't wait to check out the full game whenever it comes out. And let's just hope they can pull it off. Anyway, guys, have a great day. See you on the next one. Goodbye.